Well, good morning. Welcome back to Derbyshire and welcome back to the Peak District. Today we've parked in the village of Tideswell, which you'll probably have just seen. We're parked opposite the church. It's designated as a church, but it's known as the Cathedral of the Peak because of its size. So on today's walk we're heading towards Wheston, which takes us away from Tideswell, a bit of a round walk through Peterdale back to Tideswell. So let's see what we can see and I'll bring you back in a bit. Come on. Okay, so I just finished a short stretch of road that came out of Tideswell down here, up this little track, but we're now going to join this track that goes across country. I'll bring you back at the top and we'll have a look at the view. Catch you in a minute. Okay, so we're at the highest point of the walk now. So just to backtrack, we came out of Tideswell, just a short stretch of road, turned left onto a track which is this one. And I think this is the highest point of the walk now, so I'll give you a look at the view. Not the best of weather today, but touch wood. Don't think it's going to rain, hope not anyway. But we're going to follow this track and make our way to Wheston and then down Peterdale, which is quite impressive, so I'll bring you back in a bit. Nice. Must be, keeping you all quiet. Oh, you're all tagged, you're all being naughty. Oh. It's getting quite windy now, so hopefully you can still hear me. We're just following this road down into the little village of Wheston. It's more of a hamlet really. And I remember last time that we were here, there was a nice little one of those Citroen vans that provides food, tea, drinks and coffee, that kind of thing. So let's go and see if it's still there. Well, we're going to be heading right down towards Smalldale, but first of all I think we're going to go left and see if we can find this tea van, all important tea. Yes, it looks like the cafe's open. Good. And when we're done, we'll head off in this direction, down to the bottom. Hello. Not to frighten you. You're right. Plenty of choice. Okay, so we've just left the village or hamlet of Wheston, where we just had a nice hot chocolate from Oggie's little van, and we're now heading down the hill towards Peterdale, and I'll bring you back at the bottom where the landscape changes quite dramatically, so I'll bring you back then. Okay, so we're a little bit further down that road that you saw earlier, but as you can see, the landscape's changed quite a bit down here. It's quite rocky. Quite a lot of interesting rock formations. Yeah, very different from just up the road. Well, let's make our way down to Peterdale, which is right in the bottom here, where we'll be turning left. And I'll bring you back in Peterdale, which is quite an impressive sight. Suddenly gone very quiet out of the wind down this lower part of the dale. Probably just see in the distance just there, that's where we'll be turning left into Peterdale itself. Okay, so we've reached the bottom of the lane, and if you look to our right, up here, that's Haydale. So we're going to make our way to the left down Peterdale, and I don't know if it shows up on camera, but you might just be able to see them, all the orchids on the hillside there. Right, let's make our way down Peterdale. Well, glorious. Welcome to Peterdale. Might have a look round. Let's have a look the other way. Just amazing, it's like a different world. And these are those wonderful native orchids that I mentioned earlier. Lovely. If you listen, it's like you're in the Hitchcock film The Birds. Just have a look behind us. It's like you're being watched. Come on. Time for a cup of tea. Well, that's the lunch stop over. As always, this is where we've had lunch. Leave no trace, take all your rubbish home with you. Right, let's crack on with the walk. Well, we've just reached the end of the rocky part of Peterdale, and it opens up slightly just here, just before a small country lane. We're going to leave part ways here, go up the country lane and over the top. Let's have one last look of Peterdale whilst we're here. Right, let's get up this country lane. I seem to remember it was very steep. Right, we've just made our way up that very steep hill that I mentioned earlier, that small country lane. We're going to join the limestone way, leave the road behind and make our way down this public bridleway, which is the limestone way. Just left that little lane, turn left towards Tideswell, so we've come along this field here, and this is the view from here, which is probably the highest point-ish. Quite a spectacular view from up here. Right, so we need to make our way. You can see where people have walked up this next field, so we'll make our way up to the top there and we'll perhaps have another look from up there. It's a little bit windy up here, but you can actually see, and hopefully you can hear me, you can see where we've just come from, that cottage over there, along that little lane, across a couple of these fields. And we're just joining where the limestone way crosses this farm track. You can go to Tideswell in that direction, but we're going to aim head off in this direction down this track, down to a farm which is over there somewhere, and then work our way back slowly into Tideswell. Well, that's the last of the little track. It's leading us back to Tideswell. We'll have one last look at the view. Sun's come out as well. Right, we've just joined this small country lane. I know you can probably not see on camera, but just up there there's a footpath off to the right which takes us through some allotments back down into Tideswell. Come on then. Come on. Okay. Come on then. You're teasing me now, look at. See you later, chicken. Christmas brings to mind. Crumbs. Well, that's the last of the allotments, and now it's just a case of heading away back into Tideswell. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again on the next one, and if you don't mind, like and subscribe for me, and I'll see you on the next walk. Come along, keep up. I have to come back and fetch you every time.